Welcome to a new episode of Art of the Cards Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition. On today's episode, Tommy and Daniel are looking at all the different artworks for Blue Eyes White Dragon, Seto Kaiba's signature card. Which one will reign supreme, and which one is just a giant fuggo?
Oh, there's a couple of those fuggos, honestly. Like, as cool as some of them were going through them, they were not good.
Wait until we get to Dark Magician.
Oh, gosh.
Dark Magician has...
I mean, Dark Magician's cool, but he's already not that great of, like nostalgically, like, oh, cool, but then you're like, who designed this guy?
Yeah, no, there's one in particular that just, it looks bad.
Absolutely terrible. Awesome.
Okay.
So we got...
This is Art of the Cards with me, Tommy, and Daniel as your hosts. Today we are going to go through, we're looking at Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and in particular we are going to be looking at the different artwork for the legendary dragon, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I have a question. What makes the cards legendary?
It says right in the card text.
That one does say it specifically. I was watching a Watch Mojo video about like their top.
Oh no, those are terrible.
It was terrible choices, but then also it's like, what classifies it as a legendary, anyways?
But like every card this is a legendary card.
Right? It's like, is that the rarity? Was that the rarity card back in the day?
Like I think with Blue Eyes, what it comes down with a lot of them is it comes down to, was it used in the anime by one of the main characters, and especially with Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, those are their signature cards.
That makes sense.
So I think that's what, in my book, that's what gives, Blue Eyes and Dark Magician legendary status, or even Red Eyes. Red Eyes was the signature for Joey. But yeah, I don't know. There is no legendary rare. Maybe Konami should look into doing that, but they already short print everything and make prices on the secondhand market ridiculous. So, yeah.
So this, technically speaking, I don't classify this as the classic Blue Eyes. I think of the other one.
I know. We're gonna get to that one in a sec.
Oh.
Because I know which one you're talking about. The trick is, this was the first Blue Eyes card printed. This was the first artwork printed.
That's crazy talk, though, because, like, now, was this in the... I don't remember this, because I remember getting the Seto Kaiba starter deck, and it was the other one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
But
this was in the pack.
Exactly, and the pack came out a couple weeks before the starter decks. For some reason. I don't know why.
Especially because those packs and those cards are absolutely horrendous.
Oh, they are awful. They are absolutely awful. But yeah, no, the first pack came with this artwork, came out a couple weeks before the starter decks, so maybe I'm wrong, but I imagine no one was really playing the game until the starter decks came out.
I would assume so, because, I mean, it was so difficult to make any reasonable deck
at
all.
Not just, like, in order to build a deck, you had to buy a minimum of, what is that, 3, 4, 5 packs.
Yeah.
Hope you don't get a bunch of useless fusion monsters, which would then force you to buy more packs of more useless junk.
And that's not counting just having a bunch of garbage magic and trap cards that do nothing, or a bunch of high-level monster cards that you could never play, so yeah.
Exactly. I mean, there were... my take is they should have released the starter decks at the same time or even before the first booster packs.
Yeah, definitely.
Just makes more sense to me.
No, it definitely does.
But anyway, this one, I mean, for a lot of people, this is classic. This is probably the artwork that is the most reprinted.
Yeah.
It's this one, or we'll get to the other one that it might be. It's got like a tablet in the back, like, the stone tablet in the background. One of those two is the most reprinted artwork, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure which.
I could see this one being it. Like it is nice. Again, we talked about last time when we were talking about art how dumb the backgrounds are for almost like all of the characters. Like, why not draw at least something other than just a bunch of swirling colors? Anything. But it's a nice, very ferocious kind of nice movement. But just the side head thing, like I feel like if I ever see Blue Eyes, like I'm so used to it now, I can't imagine what Blue Eyes looks like from the front. Like
Right?
he only is sideways all the time.
Like, it's like, and it's weird because the size of his hands make it look like his arms are really like out there compared to his head. When I feel like when you're craning your head like that, you want it kind of forward.
Well, right, he has a pretty long neck, and actually, if you look, like it looks like his hand is in front of his jaw, like his hands are,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
like you can't see. I don't have it capturing my cursor, but yeah, like you can totally see his hand is in front of his jaw, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's not the worst artwork, and it is kind of. The longer I look at it, the more I like it.
Yeah, it is nice.
The background is nice. It's a nice contrast. The lighting and the shade and the shadows that they did, those are pretty dang good.
Yeah, the more and more that I look at it, the more and more I see all these weird like parts. Like his neck is coming out of like these weird like I don't know, like it doesn't even look like a body. It looks like just like these weird like shapes, like weird armor. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
That. And like the legs look like they're just like pasted on the side.
Yeah, like going back real quick to the neck and the body thing, it looks like it doesn't look like the like armor plating is part of his natural body.
Right.
Like, yeah. I think that's the big what?
Yeah. I wonder. Okay, now I gotta see what it looks like on the other ones. 'Cause I feel like the other ones, it is more natural and normal.
So let me go ahead. This is the one that you and I know. This is probably my favorite artwork.
I really do like this one, but again, now the more and more I look at it, the more absolutely horrible it is. I mean, in the sense of just proportions, like
wow, yeah.
But it is a really, really like the artwork is super, super nice.
Yeah, I would argue that this one does look a little more natural at that neckline.
Yes,
it looks a little more like in that spot. It looks a little more recessed, so it looks more like it's going into something as opposed to just like copy and paste.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got this dragon head. Let's put it on this.
Mm-hmm. More sideways head.
More sideways head. You gotta have the sideways head.
Yeah.
It's just a thing with Blue Eyes. I don't know why, but
yeah, looking at the proportions now, like I never thought about it until looking at it right now, like how the head is the size of the entire body, like the entire like chest to like tailbone. It's easily as big or bigger, and that's just not right. And then the tail is just like this tiny little like mouse tail, or it looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I should have included? And I feel dumb for not doing it. Toon Blue Eyes.
See, I was just thinking that also, that it looks like Toon Blue Eyes because it's such oddly proportioned here.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on this artwork?
No, it is. It's classic. It's nice. It's clean. Surprisingly, the blue goes well with the blue in the background. It's good. It's really good.
The wings also, because we get the more of a full wing in this one, they look cooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will note, I think that the shadows and highlights of the other one were probably better.
Yeah, well, this one, I feel like this one takes an artistic liberty of making it super metallic looking, and so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's move on. If I'm over here. Yes. Okay, this is the one I was talking about where this one might be the more popular reprinted art.
Yeah, because it looks like an actual dragon. It looks like
It, it does. Like, we've still got the side head.
So I got the side head. And I guess now looking at it, its body is just those weird armor plating things. Like, it looks like it's going to retract down, like accordion down. And it'll be like this weird, like, stunted short version. But,
That's how you get Blue Eyes Baby Dragon.
yeah.
You know, when he's feeling sad, he just kind of shrinks and shrivels, and then when he's really happy, he pops out, and...
There we go. The more I look at Blue Eyes White Dragon, this is going to bother me now. Like, every part of his body is, like, a different type of armor or like... So, like, his neck is very, like, just reptilian. Very much snake head. And then his neck. Then there's like these huge armor plates for the body, but then like the weird like basically just bones for arms and legs. So anyway, this is bothering me more and more.
Yeah,
the arms they look just like bones.
That's fair. Like, I hadn't noticed that until we started doing this either. But yeah, it looks like two different things were put together.
Yeah.
You know, like, you've got, you know, these smooth things like the wings, the neck, the legs, the arms. And then you've got these more armor-like details that don't fit, per se. Yeah. Like, you have on the neck, you have, like, the underscales that are, you know, more white than blue. And then that just completely goes away in design.
Right.
So
it looks nice and like, but it just bothers me honestly. The more I look at it.
Yeah.
But it is a good one.
It is pretty cool.
It's nice that it matches the Dark Magician with the tablet also.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, there's a Dark Magician one that's similar. It has the tablet in the background and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's cool. Honestly though, from an art perspective, you know, this is probably better than some of the others, but like, I would prefer either of the first two to this one.
Yeah, I agree. Because this one is just like, here's a dragon.
Yeah. So, okay. This next one is a big change.
Oh, I see.
We've replaced the tablet and green and black lines with the Earth and space, because Blue Eyes can apparently breathe in space now. But one cool thing that we have added is we've added the energy attack. His white lightning is being charged up at his mouth.
Yeah, and looking at it, I realized that the shadows were all added in correctly, or at least maybe not totally correctly, but pretty well to reflect the white lightning being charged up. So if you like flash back the other one and back to the shadows are in there.
So the shadows are a lot heavier in this one, but when you go here, like, they're more like lines instead of like splotches of black, and I actually prefer the shadows on this one.
I agree.
They feel more natural. They feel... they just feel better.
Yeah.
Now, I should note, some of the coloring may be off. You know, I had to grab these images online, and I did my best to do some color correcting, but whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, there were some changes made that just make it look so much better for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the world in the background, but I do like...
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
But, like, I do really like, you know, the the addition of the white lightning and the effects that has on everything.
Yeah, makes it much more dynamic and interesting.
So let's see. And next we've got this one. I think this one's pretty cool. It's not very blue. And I don't know if that's a thing with... I don't think that's a thing with my color adjustments.
Well, it might be trying to stay more true to the actual name, because...
Because it is supposed to be a white dragon.
Right.
But this one, I kind of like it. You know, I like the background of it. And I like the very dynamic pose of, you know, the very classic monster pose of being on top of something.
It feels very Godzilla, King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly looks a lot like a xenomorph here. To me, at least. I feel like the bottom, from the neck down, he looks exactly like a xenomorph. But,
his head isn't too different either.
You're right, honest. Yeah, actually.
Cut off the wings and
make the head a little bit longer, and yeah. It is really nice. It's surprising. I feel like he looks much thinner here.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a blue eyes white dragon
on a diet.
Yeah.
Lots of exercise.
Yes.
One cool thing here, I don't know if you can tell, around the shoulders he's gotten some things.
You're right, yeah, those are definitely new.
I even went back to we'll go back to the last one. The shoulder things aren't there, but then in this one they're there, and I like it.
Yeah, it adds an extra little bit of, I don't know,
something.
Yeah. Also, I think the wings have better defined lines or whatever the other things are in between on the wings. They look nicer instead of it just being a one big broad just stroke of stuff. It has some tangible elements to it.
Yeah, for sure. This one's pretty cool. This one hasn't been printed. I think it's been printed once. But I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And now, let's see. We're getting close to the end here. This is, I believe, the most recent artwork.
Okay, so on the actual... So we can see there are a number of changes to the actual design of the dragon here. Basically, everything that we pointed out in the last one was just, taken up another notch or two.
Yeah.
Wings have those more defined, whatever those are.
Defined divisions.
Divisions, yeah, good.
The things at the shoulders, kind of, instead of being very separate, they became more a part of the shoulder.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's weird, but I do like the arms a lot, actually.
His neck, if you take a look at his neckline, it looks like it goes back to that second artwork where it looks more like it's going in instead of just on the armored plates.
Oh yeah, you're right. And actually I like that because now it looks like there's a dragon on the inside with this natural armor plating.
Exactly.
Neckline and armor plating out of all of them, I think.
I
didn't like this, but the more I look at it, I really
right. This is
not a fan of. But
yeah. Also, his knees and on his thighs, he's got spikes now.
Yeah, it spikes everywhere.
This looks like they went to someone and went, "Hey, this is our blue eyes white dragon. Can you make it cooler?"
Yeah.
And then they were just like, "Oh, the spikes!"
Yeah.
Spikes are cool!
No, the more I like it, the shapes on it is really nice. And the head looks more, Like before, it was very like armored and sleek. I actually like that there's a little bit more like kind of like meat in the face.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like so. Yeah,
Yeah.
surprisingly good. I didn't think I would like this one. Like
Um,
the more we looked at it, the better it got.
his tail too kind of goes. Uh, in the last one, the tail was very smooth and like
Mm-hmm.
metal-like. In this one, it goes back to the idea of these like segments, which I think it's nice to go back to that. It really fits better with that body armor design.
Absolutely. This one, like you see it, like you see the body armor just fits perfectly with the tail.
Yes. So, and I also like the dynamic with the background of the clouds swirling. That's like this one. Yeah, some of the other backgrounds look really nice. This one adds something though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think my favorite background though, honestly, was that the last one with the moon.
With the moon.
That one is really cool.
That one is really cool. I don't know. See, that one's really cool with the pose.
That's true. The pose helps with the wings like sitting on top of the.
Yeah. This one, the background really helps. It helps add that movement of like the Blue Eyes was just like doing the thing where like they like jump and turn or whatever. And so it adds that feel of movement. The pose once again helps a lot. So I would say these two are really, really good. And then you've got the light shining down on him to help him feel more legendary, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. He even has like a yellow kind of spotlight coming from underneath him too, which is cool. Huh. Now I'm like debate like as much as like the second one, like the classic Kaiba starter deck one that I'm used to. That's the one that's in the shows that I know of, right? Yeah, see, now I'm between that one, and honestly, out of all the other ones, this one is probably my next favorite out of all the other ones.
Hold on, Dan. There's one more Blue Eyes. There's one more Blue Eyes.
So do you now have looking at these, do you think you have a new favorite, or at least like ones that you like more? Because I've never seen this one. This is the first time I saw that one. And I think that this classic one's still the best.
See, it's just honestly, I think it's nostalgia talking, but this one is just this is Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah.
This is the one we get in the show. This is the one that most people had as their first Blue Eyes. This is Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it feels weird to go with anything else. Oh, wow, I didn't.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
You can see on this one, he's got more, like, his head thing looks more like a helmet.
Yeah.
Kind of like an Elite on Halo.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more meat underneath.
Yeah, like in here.
Here, like, he has a defined nose.
Yeah, I just realized that. Like these, it's like that becomes part of the head.
Yeah, and then his eye is like this more anime eye, just like.
Wow.
Okay, so this one is closer to the older one.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, it's not completely back there, but it does have a bit more meat there. Huh. I would say that this is definitely my second favorite, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I think we got the same tiers.
Like this is just like it.
Looking.
So this one is just like classic. It's kind of like the original, the OG or whatever, and then the others kind of feel like varying levels of fan art.
Yeah.
With this one just being like fan art to the next level.
Yeah, it brings a lot of life to to it. Yeah.
So, okay, so let's go ahead. Now that we've seen there are 7. Let me double check that. There are 6 different artworks for Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and number them and rank them.
Okay.
We'll each be able to give a rank. So we're gonna start. We're just gonna start from the very beginning again. 1 through 6.
This one's number 5.
I'm gonna give this one number 4 for me.
Okay. 1.
1. I mean,
I mean, it's a first edition. It has to be 1.
right? That's how it works.
Yeah. 6.
Same. Just not great.
Nope.
Not bad, not terrible, just no.
Yeah. This is my 4.
This is my 5.
3.
Yep. Same.
Nice. Yeah. Stuff.
And this is number 2. Just
so pretty.
they did a great job on this artwork.
Yeah, it is
like
the more and more I look at it, the more I enjoy it. It's like, wow.
I'm actually going to pull up real quick how much one of these costs. While I was looking at card prices for fun, I realized I missed an artwork. I mean, some could argue I missed 2, but who cares? So we've got Blue Eyes Toon Dragon.
Which is adorable.
Like, he's adorable and evil at the same time. Like, yeah.
His neckline is the very first one, where just like it's like copied and pasted right onto it.
Yeah. But he's also a toon, so that's kind of excusable.
That's true. Oh man, do I not have that Blue Eyes Dragon anymore? I might. Oh gosh, where is it? Oh well.
But this one.
Wow.
Yeah. This one people are selling for the low end is $39.
That one's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that like the darkness makes its wings and back almost black. Like
yeah. It's
wow, it even has way more spikes on like the elbows and the back.
It's a lot spikier.
It is even more spiky.
And like even like the chest armor plates are like more jagged and spiky.
That's really cool, and it's interesting that the tail is still sectioned off, but it's much smoother. Mm-hmm. I think it still fits well with the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I think I'll put this at maybe. I like this better than the Moon one for sure. I think I might put this at number 3.
Yeah, I think I would put this at 3 and drop everything else down 1.
Yeah.
And then I don't see any point in really ranking Toon Dragon's art because it is so different.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't.
It's a toon monster, but I thought it'd be fun to just look at it for a second.
It is good to look at it. It's really too bad. Like I remember the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. If I remember correctly, it's just 3 heads. It's like this could just be 3.
There are some differences. There are some differences for the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Like the heads get like a symbol on them or whatever, and the shape of the heads change slightly.
But not much.
But yeah, not much. I think these Blue Eyes artworks are pretty cool.
They are pretty snappy.
There are some duds.
Yeah.
But when you have 7 or 8 different artworks, you're gonna have duds.
Yeah, and it's surprising, like, even, like, the really bad ones, like, the dragon itself is still cool, but for some reason, the art just looks really boring or lame or just
Weird. So
sideways.
sideways head.
This one,
Sideways head. All of the blue eyes have sideways heads,
yeah.
but in some of them it feels more natural.
Yeah, like this one's fine because it looks like he's like flying and looking over that way, like.
Mm-hmm.
But that other one, that very first one, just the yeah.
Let me just crane my neck.
Like you even see like the like on the top of his head, like the lines, like of it like stretching or squishing at the top of his neck. It's like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Not great. Good stuff though.
Yeah. Well, until next time, that's Are the Cards Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition.
Bye.